んだ。
随分と楽しそうだね。
なぜ貴様がここにできそこな。
All right, my friends. So episode 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I plead the fifth. Episode 5 of Banished Hero, and this episode sucked, but it wasn't bad. Tom, does that even make sense? I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, the episode sucked, but it wasn't bad. And I don't know how to really, like, I've been struggling with, like, how do I tell you? Like, how do I say these words of, like, I hated it, but it wasn't bad. Like, it was totally watchable. So here's kind of where my problems are, is episode 3, I believe, they started dangling the Allan's dad is, you know, the main bad guy, and, you know, he's kind of the main culprit. He's kind of the villain, and he's working with the demons. The demons are like the big bads, but, you know, all that stuff. And then they transitioned us into the princess looking for her uncle or something. And, you know, the uncle, she had to have found the uncle because, you know, she just had to have, and it went into like the spirit festival, and, you know, she went to go find her uncle because, you know, he's the guy with the armor and stuff. A very silly episode last week. And the whole spirit festival stuff happened, and we saw Reese Pieces. We saw Reese Pieces' uncle, and he had a good monologue and dialogue and whatnot. And then this week we're transferring back to Allan's dad, Mr. Craig, and his brother, which I don't remember his brother. I don't remember what his brother's name is, to be honest. But we're transferring back to Craig and his brother, and that's all fine, right? We're going back to his papa, and we're saying, okay, the papa's evil once again, and everything else. Like, okay, that's cool. But then this whole episode spends the episode going over, like, their big plan. And I think the thing that, you know, how I said, I think this episode sucked, but I don't think it was bad. And I think the not bad portion of this episode was that we saw Allan's dad's motivations, and that was the death of his mother. Why he went to demons, and why he went to he went effing nuts, and he turned into a POS father to Allan and his son. And he started calling his sons failures and all these other things. And Allan has always had a good head on his shoulders, mainly because this is his second life, right? But he's tried to always have, like, an extended hand out to his brother and stuff. And his brother was like, am I a failure? He's like, no, bro, you're not a failure. Like, you don't take what people say to you as gospel. But it looks like Allan didn't try hard enough to get through to his brother. And because of that, they grew apart. And Allan kept, Brent, I think his name's Brent. Brent started getting more talented and stuff. His dad was like, oh, I love you. And he's like, oh, Allan, you're the failure. Blah, blah, blah. And Brent hated his brother because he just allowed that to happen. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. Like, I'm a failure. Whatever you want to say, man. Because of his aloofness. So it's like, I feel like I would have liked them to spend a little more time on that and just humanize Craig, his dad, more onto what his motivations were. Obviously, dude was broken. He was crying over his wife. Like, that was some traumatic shit. But because they went through it so quickly, it's like, okay, let me try and, okay, so Brent, or whatever his brother's name was the failure right after his mom's death, and the mom is what triggered the dad to kind of go effing nuts. But then Allan became the failure, which we understand that because he's the banished hero, blah, blah, blah. He's the name of the title. But what drove the dad, and then, and the brother's like, oh, well, I'll be evil with Papa because I want to be recognized. I want him to love me. And it's like, okay, I kind of get that, but it's all really messy. Okay, let's put that aside. So we've established, to me, that's an effing mess. Like, there's something there, right? There's like the starts of like, there's like embers, but the fire ain't going over here. Okay, so let's put that to the side. Okay, so now let's go to the other side where they're trying to establish, I guess, demon reign or something like that. They're trying to make it okay for the demons to be normalized, and the demons are going to give powers, and the sun has this marionette ability, and they're trying to get the populace on their side to throw away their talents or give them to the demons, and the demons are going to give them like these like demon powers or some shit. I guess it's like the big ploy to go take down the king and the empire so that they're king, and it's just all, that's also messy. I don't like that. Because at the end, too, we have the other characters, like the hero came in to save the real general, because there's a fake general. And then the night girl, she came into play. And then Allan's like, brother, what are you doing up there? You know, so that's fine. I don't know. I think that there's, like, if you dig, and you have to dig, I think there's some okay stuff here. I don't know if I'm vibing with it, though. Like, I think, like, the fact that it's, like, I have to really, like, I feel like I have to think more. The show's not complex, but I feel like I have to dig and think, like, and put things together more, because the show, the studio, is doing a bad job of telling its story to us. Yeah, I don't know. 5 out of 10. I don't know. This episode was like, it wasn't really good. And again, I think there's good stuff here. I just don't know. Let me know. Are you sticking with it or not? You know, I don't know. Maybe if it's a resounding no from a lot of you guys, maybe I won't either. Because I just don't know. But you know, if so, like, hey, I'll stick with it. You know, again, there's embers. We need to like, you know, we need to get the sparks flowing so we can get some more flames, some more flames. But I just don't know about this one. So anyways, Banished Hero, episode 5. I'll see you for episode 6, maybe. All right, my friends. Peace.